He's coming in averaging just under 17. AJ up near 21. Brooke Wells, Kip Kissinger, and Rick Crawford, our officiating crew tonight. And we are underway in Provo, BYU and Pacific. 26th meeting between these two. They used to battle regularly as members of the West Coast Conference. BYU now in the Big 12. The Tigers picked 10th in the WCC this season, with Gonzaga still the king of that group. Turnover. Rob Wright out ahead of everybody. Off the glass and in.
And for Pacific, they have to take care of the ball against this BYU team, or this could get away from them early.
Here's a look at the starting five. Rochelin, Kabliskas, Wainwright, Ralph, and Jack. And a 10-second call. And Dave Smart in our visit before the game talking about we've got to handle BYU's pressure. That feels like a running theme.
And it's one thing to have pressure, and then it's another thing to have pressure with the kind of length that BYU has in the front line. AJ Dybantsa up on the front of that with a 7-foot wingspan and great lateral quickness. Tough to get the ball around. Here's
the starting five for the Cougars, right? Saunders, Davis, Dybantsa, and Kada. Saunders and Dybantsa, the only two of the starting five that are actually at their original schools. AJ's a freshman, Saunders a senior. Everybody else started somewhere else, including Davis from Southern Illinois, Rob Wright from Baylor. Kaba Kate on the rebound. He started at Utah. And the ball's knocked out of bounds off the Tigers.
That seems like the way college basketball is. Every game we do, regardless of teams, it's like there's transfers all over the place because there's no penalty to transfer anymore.
Well, think about it. Ralph from Victoria, Jack from Dayton, Rochelin from UC San Diego, Kabliskas from Florida, and Wainwright from Long Beach State. That's the starting five for the Tigers.
Exactly right.
Dybantsa off the glass and got a piece of it and still went in.
We talk about that footwork. He covers so much ground with 2 steps. It's incredible. And he can't take a charge because he'll take the first step in one direction. Then the next thing you know, on his second step, he's 8 feet the other way and making a shot off the glass with his left hand.
Kabliskas with the ball. Jaden Clayton, the regular point guard, he'll be in a minute. He starts on the bench, and then he plays more minutes than any of the Tigers. Missed by Rochelin.
And that's a good shot. Rochelin struggled from 3 this season, shooting just 22%, 5 of 23 now. They need to make those shots. When they get those open looks in the half court, they've got to knock down open looks.
Dave Smart in his second season with the Tigers. Before Pacific, he was an assistant at Texas Tech. And before that, he was one of the most successful collegiate coaches in all of Canada. And you'll see by the Canadian influence on his roster and staff as Davis misses long and it bounces out of bounds. There's Dave Smart.
Dave Smart has a great reputation as a defensive guru at Texas Tech. He was the architect of some of those great defensive basketball teams. And Kevin Young mentioned that. He's like, man, this guy can really coach defense. And he says, when you watch this team, fundamentally, they are really sound, especially on the defensive end.
Wainwright on the miss, then he nearly had the steal. It's off of Wainwright, BYU basketball. Here's Kevin Young in his second season, 35-11. He's 18-2 here at the Marriott Center. Most wins by a head coach in his first 20 games in this arena since it opened in 1971. Think of the star in 71, it was Krešimir Ćosić. The star tonight is AJ Dybantsa. Richie Saunders also with star power, and he misses his first shot of the night. Saunders projected a second rounder in the NBA draft next summer.
Both teams have had good looks the last couple times down the floor and not been able to capitalize. Pacific, when they're going to shoot shots, they'd like to go inside out, attack, get in that paint.
One-hander by Jack.
And they've got to go to the offensive glass. They have to get some second chance opportunities in this game to keep up.
Saunders is fouled, trying to get the ball out to Wright. Tigers are at 8-3, BYU 9-1. They're ranked 10th in the country. Today's net ranking is 6 and projected a 2 seed in the tournament. If it were to start today, Wainwright picks up his first. Bracketology awfully busy, aren't they?
Yeah.
They don't waste any time.
It's like if the tournament started today. Well, guess what? It doesn't start. The teams haven't even gotten into league play yet.
No.
But it's always fun to talk about.
Saunders. Over to Dybantsa for 3. Deflection back to AJ, and then thrown back to Kabliskas. Here's Wainwright. Open look from the corner for three. That one into the iron by Rochelin. And Saunders falling out of bounds. Finds a way to throw it off Isaac Jack. And the Cougars keep the possession.
Smart play. This has not been a shooting exhibition so far. No. In case you were wondering, not. And what a play by Richie Saunders. He didn't have anybody to go to. And so he just simply throws it off Isaac Jack's leg and gets the ball back.
Jaden Clayton checks into the game for the Tigers. He's the point guard for Pacific, a very good one. Dave Smart likes to keep him on the bench for the first couple of minutes, bring him in, and then turn things over to him.
Yeah, he's playing like starter minutes for sure, but he sits out the first two. Says he's so much better when he just gets in the flow from the bench.
Right, hands it off to Keita. He loses it going up as the shot clock was winding down. This is Clayton out of Ontario, Canada. Shot forced up by Rochelin, and a foul on the rebound. And this is going to go against Rochelin, his first.
Justin Rochelin out of Encino, California. 2 years at Oregon State. Then last year at UC San Diego, and he was the Big West Sixth Man of the Year there. 35 games, averaged 6.6 a game and 3.5 rebounds. Nice addition to this Pacific roster.
Davis into the lane, and the Cougars just can't convince that ball to go in.
Can anybody convince it to go in right now?
Tigers are 0 for 5, and they've got the ball here.
We're gonna be at the under 16, and we're gonna have maybe 6 points scored.
It's not even that cold in these parts.
What is going on tonight?
Unseasonably warm outside. Here's Jack matched up with Keita, and Keita wins. Davis off the glass, and it's 6-0 BYU.
And after a make, BYU's going with that full court pressure. And we asked Kevin Young, hey, it seems like you ratcheted up the pressure. Seems like they started the season running that just to get teams to be off timing. Now they're trying to get steals.
Davis for three after the steal. Another miss, and here come the Tigers. Wainwright's like, hey, I'm first down, I'll shoot one. He can't get it to go. And Keita just taps it to himself. Dybantsa from the corner. That one won't go. Eventually they're going to. Tigers got to find a way to get on the scoreboard. 6-0. When 5.5 minutes gone.
Shots aren't dropping. Take it to the rim. Get to the free throw line. Do something to manufacture points, but don't settle right now.
Ralph falling away. That one can't go. Jack on the rebound. Saunders battling with Rochelin. Rochelin got away with a elbow, and then he gets his first basket. It's 6-2.
He cleared space off with his shoulder. I like that he hung with it. Richie Saunders knocked the ball loose. He hung with it, regained control, and made the bucket.
Walked out of bounds. Both teams sent to their corners. Try and figure out how to get a shot to go down.
Since I've seen college football in years, and it'll be fun to see how they do.
Dybantsa draws some contact, misses the shot, but the foul on Jaden Pitt. And that's the first on the freshman who just checked into the game.
In this game, BYU is +4 in turnover margin. They're up 5-1 in terms of turnovers. Pacific's turned it over 5. And then in offensive rebounding margin, they're +4. So that's 8 extra possessions for BYU in this game already early. And it's a 5-point, now 6-point game. The only reason it's not a 20-point game is because BYU's shooting 27% from the field. If they were shooting a decent percentage, this game would be blown up. They have got to, speaking of Pacific, they've got to compete on the boards, and they got to take care of that basketball if they're going to stay in this thing.
6 points for Dybantsa, 74% free throw shooter, 13-6 for BYU. A team made up of mostly seniors. Pitt, a freshman, has found a way to be a difference maker. Here's Ralph into the lane. Shot up there, blocked by Boop. Saunders is fouled going up. He'll go to the free throw line. Isaac Jack shaking his head in disgust. He picks up the foul. Spencer.
Dave, you and Blaine were just talking about BYU's ability to take away the ball with those 4 steals, and you just saw a block shot. Kevin Young in that last timeout said, look, I like the up-tempo and the pressure that the defense is creating to force those turnovers. That's going to allow us to impose our will and speed up this game, because BYU will look to do that for all 40 minutes. It's going to start with defensive pressure, doubling the post to create more of those steals and blocks. Guys?
Thank you, Spencer. Dybantsa goes out. Keita returns for BYU. Saunders at the line, 77% on the season, 50% on that trip. And Richie has 4, the lead to 8.
Building off what Spencer said, Kevin said to us, yeah, we want it to be a track meet on the offensive side, but we want to speed up play, but we don't want it to be a track meet for the other team. We want it to be an obstacle course for them, and that's what he loves to do about this press. Make him move the ball all over the place and navigate an obstacle course on their way up the floor. I love that analogy. Not a track meet, an obstacle course for the opponent.
Saunders is fouled again. Wainwright. No, they'll call a foul on Keita and send it the other way. Judging from Wainwright's facial expression, it looked like it was on him. That's the first on Keita. And so the Tigers get the ball. Kevin Young still seeking an explanation. Pacific, founded in 1851. They're the oldest university in California. Again, picked to finish 10th in the WCC with Gonzaga at the top. A nice baseline move, and Kabliskas gets his first 2.
Good ball movement. Starts out by Wainwright getting into the paint, drawing attention to the defense, and kicking to the corner for that baseline drive.
Boop on the drive. Keita on the rebound. Slapped away. Nice defense by Jack. Here's Wainwright. Keita on the rebound. Back we come the other way. And here we go the other way. Wainwright with it. Yeah, some good defensive plays, some bad shots.
That was wild.
Wainwright into the iron. Here comes Saunders. I tell you, the team that heats up by 1% is going to blow this game open.
And this game's physical.
Keita lays it in. That was a desperation pass from Saunders, and Keita alone for his first 2.
The one thing Pacific has done, they've made this a physical game, and Dave Smart wants to do that. This team likes to play physical. They like to hang their hat on defense, and man, they've been roughing BYU up legally, but roughing them up.
Reminds me of some of the old Pacific teams that came in here during the WCC days. Always the underdog, but always put up a fight. Here's a 3 from the point guard, Jaden Clayton. He's 31% on the season. They'll give him a 2 there, and it's 16-10. Long shot for Clayton.
Clayton, he can shoot it, but he's primarily a distributor. He's been top 50 all year long in assists, averaging 5.5 a game.
Right, kicks back. Morus's first 3 of the night. In it goes. That's a huge basket for Tyler Morus. Now 4 of 22 on the year. Just been seeking a shooting rhythm. And we'll see where that one leads, 19-10.
And for BYU, Kostic, who they've been waiting to be a big-time three-point shooter, really heated up last game. He's sick tonight. And they're hoping Morus can do the same thing tonight.
Ralph on the miss. Right on the run. Kevin Young up, calling a timeout with 8:18 to go. And a 19-10 BYU lead. We'll take a break here in Provo. Still waiting for the guys to warm up. 9-point Cougar lead on ESPN here in Provo. And you see the lineup there. 26th meeting here tonight. And that 18-7 edge overall. Dybantsa draws some contact before he dishes the pass. And that foul's on Isaac Jack. Elias Ralph still hasn't scored. He's the leading scorer coming in for the Tigers. 0 for 3.
It's been a really physical game. Both teams playing physical defense. And you mentioned when they just walked to their huddles at the timeout. Man, both these teams look frustrated. And a physical game is fine. It doesn't get on your nerves unless you're not making shots. And when both teams aren't making shots, they get frustrated. And you can see it out there right now. Pacific's done a really good job of getting in the gaps defensively. A.J. Dybantsa all year long has been able to get to those gaps. Tonight has been tough.
Dybantsa's extra effort wins a possession for BYU as Davis misses another shot from the outside. Shot clock goes to 20 and the Cougars keep it. Bouncing it off the leg of Rochelin. 7 offensive rebounds for BYU. This has been a pretty good rebounding team for Pacific this season.
Did that shot not hit the rim?
Another
yeah, they put the shot clock at 3.2. The shot, I thought it hit the rim and AJ got the rebound, but maybe I missed something.
Now the officials aren't quite sure either.
Yeah, they never reset the shot clock.
Here we go.
There we go. Now they got it right.
Dybantsa to throw it in.
I know my eyesight is getting bad in my old age, Dave, but I know I saw it hit the rim.
It fell. We heard it hit the rim. It was that far off. Here's Morus. Another 3. Good. He's 2 for 2.
Exactly what Kevin Young was hoping he would see from Morus in this basketball game.
6 points for Morus. Cougars by a dozen. Largest lead here in the first half. It's an open 3 into the iron by Rochelin. Offensive board for the Tigers.
Look the inside out, going inside the pit, and he kicked it back out for a really good look.
This is Ralph. Rochelin coming in. Blocked by Bošković. And they let him play on. And out of bounds. It'll stay Pacific basketball. How about Mihailo?
He said, you know what? I may get a foul, but you are not dunking it in this house. Wow.
Shot clock with 2.5 seconds on it. And Jaden Clayton set to throw it in. And we're back over at the scorer's table with the officiating crew.
I think he just wants to look at what that clock should be.
7:02 on the game clock. Dave Smart over checking on things. There should be more time.
He actually came back and looked because he wanted to know if the ball hit the rim or not. And Dave Smart came over and said, that ball not hit the rim. The official said, nope, just looked at it. Did not. That one did.
Wild shot to just try to beat the shot clock. Here's Rob Wright. And Wright's got 4. And some question after the shot, but the Tigers have possession.
For a minute there, I thought Rob Wright was going to throw an alley-oop to Bošković, but it was actually just a beautiful little floater. And then there was an inadvertent whistle, is what the official said.
There's a turnover. No, it'll be a push on Davis, nudging Clayton into the backcourt. And Kennard Davis picks up the foul, his first.
And Dave Smart says to his team, come to the basketball. Meaning when you're facing pressure, you can't be passive to the ball. You got to come to the ball and come catch the pass. And they call the push there. And Pacific retains possession here.
We've seen a lot worse than that push.
But it was right out in the open.
Rochelin under 6.5 to go here in the first. And the long arms of the Cougars making it trouble for dribbling. Jump ball, and the possession arrow will go to BYU. Spencer.
Guys, Dave Smart was not surprisingly animated in his last team's huddle. This is how he operates, high speed. He's a guy that comes with so much success from Canada, 656 victories at Carleton University. He's referred to as the John Wooden of Canadian basketball, and that's why Pacific feels like they can finish and will finish in the top 5 of the WCC this year, even being picked 10th, guys.
Thanks, Spencer. 8-0 run for BYU. Air ball by Wright.
And think about it. He came in 2 years ago, but they came in late, like after the recruiting season. So they patchworked. They were just trying to get anybody to come. And so this is his first season. They went to transfer portal because they had to kind of reload to try to be competitive. But they got to recruit the kinds of guys they want to fit into this defensive-minded system. And you give them a couple years, this is a really good basketball coach. Pacific has a chance to be really good.
It's one of the oldest teams in college basketball.
Yes.
Seniors and juniors, mostly seniors, a couple of grad students on there. And he said, yeah, that's what we want. That's what we're building with.
BYU's just switching those screens. They'll switch 1 through 4. That's the beauty of having athletic guys. In fact, they can switch 1 through 5 with this lineup on the floor. Boskovic playing the 5, and he can defend the perimeter.
Ralph trying to get one over to Dybantsa. Here's Davis forcing it in and turning it over.
I got to give credit. Pacific's help defense has been on time and really good tonight.
Just can't get a shot to go down. Miss from the corner from Clayton.
Very few free pathways to the rim like that one.
Saunders now with 6. And it's 26-10.
If you go by net and you go by the eyeball test, this is absolutely the best team BYU is going to play in this 4-game homestand to finish up the preseason. And you can see it out there. Much more physical, more athletic than the teams BYU's been playing.
Saunders on the steal. And he's fouled. Clayton got a piece of him. And that'll send Richie to the line to shoot 2.
Let's watch Saunders here. In transition, you know, the big guys aren't there to slide over and help. So he's able to find that seam here out in front. And there's the foul. And Richie will get 2.
First foul on Jaden Clayton. And he's there with his coach Dave Smart. Off to the side as Saunders hits his first.
Richie Saunders.
We've watched Richie grow from a boy into a potential NBA draft pick over the years, haven't we?
He was first team all Big 12. He's preseason first team all Big 12 this year. 16.5 last year, starting off even stronger this year. And he's not just a scorer, he's a great shooter, but he can score at the rim. He can finish in transition. He's got a mid-range game. He's also an excellent defender and a great rebounder from the guard line, and that's why he's going to have a spot in the NBA, because he can do all of those things.
He's got 8 points tonight. It's a 12-0.
And he can defend.
BYU run.
He has been a menace defensively to this Pacific team here.
Well, Clayton at 6'1" and Saunders at 6'5". He's like, man, I don't have a chance here. Gotta find a way to get around him. And Richie's got enough speed to hold his ground. Casey Ubekwe into the game for the first time for the Tigers. Down on the low post. Shot clock is at 2. A runner off the side of the backboard. And Davis heading in. Shot blocked
nice
by Ubekwe. Now it's Wainwright. He'll challenge Dybantsa. Use his body. How about that move to get it off?
He used his body in the rim to protect that basketball. And Dybantsa's a foot above the rim right there trying to block it, but he could not get to the ball. Great angle.
4 for Wainwright. Davis for 3. Back come the Tigers. Spencer will visit with Kevin Young in a few minutes. We'll get his take on this first half. Davis now 0 for 5 shooting threes. Here's a turnover from Wainwright. Timeout. 3:34.
And Kostic, who's sick tonight, to be able to knock those down, because between A.J. Dybantsa and Richie Saunders and Rob Wright, they cause defenses to collapse. They get into the paint.
Saunders on the rebound. Trying to save it. It goes to the Tigers. Dominic Diamande is in for the first time for BYU. He knocks the ball away from Wainwright. Now it's Wright muscling a pass to Dybantsa.
Hey, careful on A.J.
Kabuskas on A.J. He'll take that advantage every day of the week. And AJ now at 8. Kabliskas is 6'2", Dybantsa at 6'9". 30-12. Here's Ralph, who's been just still waiting to find an opportunity here to get in the game.
Good dish that time.
Rochlin with the bucket.
He drew a double when he got into the paint, 2 feet in the paint. Was able to dish it off to Justin Rochlin.
Saunders passes out of the double team to Diamande. And Rochlin with it. Saunders out ahead to Dybantsa. AJ with 10. That was too easy.
Yeah, that was lots of turnovers are the story for this Pacific team. And there's different level of turnovers. Those are just flat out runouts. Those are home runs for BYU on the other end. If you turn it over and it's a dead ball turnover, I mean, it hurts, but not so bad. But here comes another.
Wainwright and Saunders, advantage Saunders, and the foul. Richie will go to the line. Minute 40 to go, and this one has slipped away from the Tigers as BYU's warmed up just enough.
They've just increased the pressure on the perimeter, and BYU finishing like this back-to-back runouts for BYU. Now Richie's wasn't a runout. This is a runout. Like nobody, 3 BYU guys, nobody in defense back in transition because of the turnover, and AJ gets an easy throwdown. And Richie was really 1-on-3, but he decided he liked his odds 1-on-3 on that one.
Ten points already tonight for Saunders. 11 turnovers for the Tigers to just 5 for BYU.
Well, think about it. This Tigers team, they average 12-point turnovers a game. They're almost to their full game average here with a minute 30 to go in the first half.
Clayton matched up with Dybantsa. Shot clock at 10. Ubekwe with it, working on Boop.
Man,
nice
he used that physical strength to just spin and create space. The left hand puts it in. That was a really nice post-up move.
Here's AJ. Falling away and dropping it in.
Yeah, you can cut him off. And that time Pitt did a really good job of cutting off the baseline, so he couldn't get to the glass. But he's got that beautiful mid-range jumper, and you can't block it.
A dozen for Dybantsa, 11 for Saunders, both them outscoring all of the Tigers. Ubekwe, now this is Pitt on the rebound and the putback. And Pitt's on the board. Diamande misses the dunk. Here comes Dybantsa. And he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The crowd is surprised. Diamande's kind of a sneaky dunker. He's kind of glided in there.
Yeah, he can get up. Well, and Ubekwe comes in at 6'11" and 285 pounds. And then AJ decided to just kind of take it at him. And he said, you may get a foul here, but I'm not moving. Like, you're going to run into an immovable object here. And I think AJ felt that one.
5 for 10 from the field. 2 for 2 from the stripe. (38-18). Well, Dave Smart was quite honest with us about the challenge that loomed ahead for his group tonight. And not taking care of the ball like they have gives them no chance.
Yeah, and he mentioned they had to take care of the ball. They needed to be effective rebounding the basketball. But it really is these turnovers that have cost them dearly in this game. I like the physicality with which they play defense. They've had a hard time handling this press, though.
Pitt. And a foul on the drive. It'll be on Saunders holding him up. And for Richie, that's his first. A 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Clayton to throw it in. Got to hurry here. Stolen by Wright. with his speed.
He's like a wide receiver
there
in football where the DBs take an angle and it's like, oh wait, he's way faster than I thought he was. I took the wrong angle. That's what happened right there.
41-18. Here's Ralph. Bouncer to Pitt, off the glass and in. Time for BYU, final seconds. Right, going all the way in, and it's blocked. And that's how the half will end. And BYU will lead it by 21 at the...
And 5 steals for Richie Saunders in that first half. That's incredible.
Tigers get the ball to start the second half. Original starters out on the floor for both squads. Ralph's got to figure out how to get his offense going. Held scoreless in the first half. Here he drives and spins.
Oh, good pass, but
Keita with the block. And there's another block and a pin in. Jump ball gives BYU the possession arrow.
Good pass, and the ball going inside to Jack in a good position. But Keita fixed it. He fixed it with great athleticism, that great vertical. There's a clean block, and he just pins it right in the corner of the rim. Alternating possession rule, so jump ball basically, and BYU gets it.
Keita gets rewarded. Can't finish at the rim. Got a nice dish from Dybantsa. Kabliskas on the run for the Tigers. Wainwright will try a 3. Now 0 for 12 from distance. Right out with it. Saunders for 3. Got it.
And what do? You got the 2 guys running the lane in that fast break were A.J. Dybantsa and Richie Saunders. They chose to defend Dybantsa and leave Richie alone on the perimeter. It was either going to be a dunk or a 3. Choose your poison. They took the 3.
Saunders now with 14. Fadeaway shot. That one is off for Ralph. Offensive board. Kabliskas knocks down their first 3 of the night from Pacific. He's got 5.
And he came into this game 10 of 39 from 3, 26%. Boy, they really need him to knock down some of those open shots.
Right. Rims out. Electrifying how he finds ways to get open in there with the tall timbers. Here's Wainwright. Kabliskas, ball kicked out of bounds.
So they reset the shot clock to 20 with a kick.
Saunders at 39% coming into the season, coming into tonight from the 3-point line.
And so Pacific ran back to the paint and defended Dybantsa, and then this is on the other end. Inside out, that's the story. When you're going to get good looks against this BYU defense, if you're Pacific, it's going to come that way. Get it down in the paint and then kick it back out.
Losing it on the drive is Rochelin. Shot clock's at 10. Open 3 from the corner, and Ralph finally gets one to go. His first bucket of the night.
He hasn't had a good look, and that he's 45% from out there. As a 6'7" forward, he's dangerous out there.
Lob for Keita. Tigers were waiting for it. It's knocked out of bounds. Well, they'll call a foul, and that'll go against Rochelin.
Man, he hasn't had a look like that all night. And give him credit. When you haven't had good looks, sometimes when you finally get an open look, you rush it. He didn't at all. Stayed in his form and knocked that 3 down.
Second foul on Rochelin. Mihailo Bošković ready to check in for BYU. And Keita's coming out.
Trying to get that alley-oop to Keita. We've seen a lot of those. This team's been way more physical in the paint than the teams BYU's played recently.
Saunders kicks it back out. Round the horn. Davis. Foul on the rebound. It's going to go against Pacific. It'll be on Isaac Jack, and that's his 3rd.
And that was on the tip back, so it's going to be a shooting foul, and Richie Saunders is going to get 2 here. Richie Saunders is just relentless on the glass, on both ends of the floor, and he's got to be the best conditioned athlete out on the floor every night. It seems like the games that I've watched. He's just beating everybody down the floor. He's out hustling people at the end of the game.
As he hits his 15th, Davis has to be wondering, what in the heck? 1 for 9 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3 is Kennard Davis Jr.
Saunders 78% from that three-point or from the free throw line this season. And as much as the ball's in the big three's hands, you'd like to have them all up in the 80s, mid 80s if you could. And we'll see if Richie's continues to creep up.
One of the better free throw shooters in the Big 12 last year. Pressure comes for the Tigers. Kabliskas breaks it and hands it over to Jaden Clayton, who's into the game now for Pacific. Another open look. This one is off for Ralph. AJ down with it. Kind of coming down sideways. Gets the foul. He can run sideways. And 2 shots coming for Dybantsa. Maybe a gliding. So he's gliding.
He covers a lot of ground. We were watching him. We had a game up at the Delta Center earlier this year where the Jazz play. He picked up the ball just outside the three-point line, shot a layup. And I looked at you and said, did he pick the ball up outside the three-point line on the replay? Indeed, he did.
Yeah. Covers a lot of track. Rochland gets his 3rd foul. This one into the iron. Monday night, BYU and Eastern Washington. Our next broadcast here on ESPN Plus, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Had a great visit with Ace and Chelsea Dybantsa last night as they watched their son hit 1 of 2. He's got now 15. Anise, that's his name.
Yes, Anise. No, the T is silent. There's a T in it.
Yes, T is silent.
And we said, can we call him Anise? And they said, and Chelsea said, Blaine, that is his name. So yes, you can call him that. It's Anise Jr. And that's where they get AJ. And Ace, his dad, is Anise Sr. So
there you go.
Yeah. So we may call him that from time to time. AJ just seems easier.
It's easy.
But everybody needs to know that that is his given name.
2nd foul on Davis. Jack passes out of the double team and open for 3.
Oh, nice measure.
Kabliskas knocks it in.
Good ball movement that time. Went in, back, side to side, and then a wide open 3.
Davis. Long rebound to right. And into the backcourt, and Kabliskas hustling down. Gets it back from Ralph, open for 3. Good.
Now he's feeling it.
Back-to-back buckets for the junior out of Oakville, Ontario, Canada. And Kevin Young not happy, wants a timeout. It's 47-32. Little run put together by the Tigers. And some high fives on the Pacific side.
Time, and Kabliskas just knocking him down. He's 3 for 3 in this game, all 3 in the second half.
See how the Cougars respond after the Kevin Young timeout. And it's stolen away. Ralph takes it away from Dybantsa and scores.
I like how he used his body, like kind of leaned into Dybantsa and got him to create some space and went to the right side of the rim, so he had no chance to try to block that.
5 points here in the second half for Elias Ralph.
Oh, just like that, we got a 13-point ball game. And it just looked like it could be a 30-point ball game at halftime.
There's another turnover. Saunders ties it up. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on Richie as he was battling Clayton.
Fun stuff. College football playoffs starting this weekend.
Great time of year.
When football and basketball are overlapping, is there anything better?
Kabliskas with it. Rob Wright assigned to stay close to him. And then Wright picks up with a personal foul. A nice sell job by Kabliskas. Spencer.
Tim Fanning that was really upset in that last BYU timeout, and he said, look, 20 points given up in the first half, great. 14 points given up in the first 4 minutes of the second half. We can't be okay with that. You have to play harder than them. Repeated that 3 times, you guys. They want to get after it defensively. We'll see how BYU responds against this specific surge now.
Thanks, Spencer. Shot by Clayton, out of bounds, knocked off of BYU. Well,
and here, this is another possession. Pacific is 5 of 12 here in the second half. BYU is 1 for 5. They have more shot attempts because they're getting up to loose balls, they're getting steals, they're getting offensive rebounds. They're hustling to get extra possessions, and now here's an and one opportunity.
Rochelin off the glass. Wright picks up the foul. And the Tigers can cut the lead down to 10. And this will be their first free throw attempt of the game. Wright took a shot to the jaw. 10-0 run for the Tigers. 2 fouls now on Wright. Dybantsa brings it down. Here's AJ for 3. Kubliskas now with Saunders on him. Leaves it for the big fella, and Isaac Jack at 6'11". Puts it in. He's got 4 points, and it's a 9-point game. They're finally under double digits, are these Tigers. Wright to answer back, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. 21-point deficit at halftime, and it's now 47-38.
Rob Wright averaging 16.1 a game, shooting 82% from the free throw line. Has been very reliable. He's on the Bob Cousy point guard of the year preseason watch list. The transfer from Baylor has had a big impact on BYU already. Man, the pace and the speed that he plays with is, man, you got to come watch him in person to actually understand how quick his acceleration is with the ball in his hands.
First foul on Kubliskas. Both free throws go for Rob Wright, and he's got 8 on the night.
So far, Pacific's done a much better job of getting into the front court and breaking the press without being rattled.
Jack turns around and banks in another.
So Jack, coming into this game, shoots 82% from the field. Just doesn't take bad shots. When he gets shots, it's right down there near the hoop. That's an incredible feat for this far into the season.
Dybantsa for 3. Maybe that'll take the lid off the basket. He's got 18.
And AJ Dybantsa, 35% from out there. And I feel like as the season moves on, he's going to be even better. He'll be up there around 40%.
Doesn't shoot a lot of threes.
No.
Clayton left open just long enough to put one up. Dybantsa on the rebound. Morus for 3. He got fouled. He's going to shoot 3 free throws. And Morus hasn't been to the free throw line yet this season, so.
And Elias Ralph, he's saying to the official, did I touch him? Like he seemed really, really surprised on that foul. He's like, I didn't feel like I touched him, and he's still baffled.
He's got his first foul. And the Idaho transfer hits his first free throw as a BYU Cougar. And we saw Wright get nailed in the jaw a few plays ago, and still feeling the effects of that, being attended to as Morus hits his second. Nothing worse than getting hit in the jaw as a point guard. Take an elbow or a shoulder.
And it was all in the flow of the game, but it still isn't fun.
Boop is in for Keita.
And you see Morus, a very good free throw shooter, and he knocks down 3 straight, and nothing but the bottom of the net on all 3. There's that press, continues to try to hound. And in the first half, Pacific couldn't handle it. They turned the ball over at a very high rate for them. The second half, they've taken care of the basketball.
Rosalind. Here's Jack backing in on Boop. Gets it back. Moves in there where he's so effective. Morus on the rebound.
And you can tell that at halftime, Pacific said, stop with the jump shots. Let's get it inside. If we're going to get a jump shot, let's have it be inside out. And then you see the quickness and the explosiveness of Rob Wright as he takes it down the lane and finishes.
Double figures now for Wright. Cougars back up by 17. Clayton, open look for three, rattles out. 8-0 Cougar run. And Saunders is fouled. Clayton picks up the personal.
That little hesitation, he does it all the time. So Rob Wright gets the ball. He hesitates and raises up, gets the defender to raise up in their stance, and then puts the foot back on the gas and blows right by him. Plays at different speeds. It's hard to stay in front of him.
2 fouls now on Clayton. Shot clock's at 24. Catch and shoot for Saunders, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot 3.
And this is 2 times in the last 3 times down the floor that BYU's had a 3. And Pacific's hit the shooter on the forearm.
That's the 3rd on Clayton.
Boy, especially a catch and shoot fadeaway 3. I don't know that you want to get that close on that one. Just get your hand up and make it a little more difficult.
Wright's back over, getting his jaw attended to.
And he fouled 2 of the best free throw shooters on the team.
Wainwright is in, and Clayton is out for Pacific. They got within 9. The Cougars have pushed it back to 19.
Yeah, on a 10-0 run there. And this is a good game for both teams. First of all, Pacific is not going to see this level of talent, probably other than up in Spokane,
right,
against Gonzaga in their league. And BYU, this is a very Big 12 type physical game.
11-0 BYU run. Kubliskas trying to shake Dybantsa. This is Jack maneuvering around. Boop! Can't get it to go. Kevin Young calls out the play, and Wright moves to the top of the key. Trying to find a lane to the basket. There it is.
That was just his will to get through. He's like, okay, he's riding me and fouling me 25 feet away from the basket. I'm taking it all the way to the hoop, and if they don't call it, I'm going to get to the rim.
Travel. And Pitt dragged his foot too far. A timeout, 11:13 to go. And BYU back up by 22 as Rob Wright just finds a way to get to the rim. Back with more after this from Pro. And they will have some clashes coming in Big 12, won't they?
Top 2 players in his mind right now, both out of the Big 12.
AJ now with 15 points in each of his first 11 games. That's the longest streak to start a career since Trae Young did it 26 times back in 2018. And you know what? There's no reason to think AJ can't top that.
Trae Young did it at Oklahoma, which was in the Big 12 back then, right?
Yeah. Saunders loses it out of bounds. No whistle. It will be BYU ball with 1 second on the shot clock.
That's ours, no!
Kevin Young still visiting with the official. May say, hey, can you check to see if we get more than 1.3? Jaden Pitt got knocked in the nose. He's coming out. Maybe some blood, some blood coming out of his mouth. And now the officials are going to come take a look at it as well. Let's see. Oh, there's and they both get dinged. Richie clamoring for a foul, and And Pitt's checking to see if he's still got the same.
It's all the same teeth that he had when he started.
Yeah.
We keep talking about how physical this game has been, and you just see a little bit of an example of that on this one. But
and you see Boop trying to screen 3 guys. And there was no whistle. And that's Richie's surprise. You see there, it's one way or the other. That usually, this collision usually gets a whistle. And instead, there's 1.3 on the shot clock, and BYU's going to throw it in bounds as Pitt is attended to at the end of the Tiger bench.
You got Rob Wright that was getting his lip attended to because he was bleeding. Now you got
Like a street fight.
Pitt for Pacific now getting attended to. I hope they have good cut men on the bench, like in a boxing match.
Dybantsa to throw it in, Wright to throw it up. Hits the iron. And a foul on the play. And Richie Saunders is hit with a push, and that's his second.
Richie, you're the goal! Hey, we love you, Richie.
More pressure now for BYU. And a turnover as Wainwright moved his pivot foot and gives the ball back to BYU. 15th turnover for the Tigers. Most of their trouble has been when the Cougars have...
Yeah, when they put pressure, full court, created turnovers. This is a dead ball turnover, so not quite as deadly because they had a bunch in the first half where they turned it over and BYU had easy layups on the other end in transition.
Morus for 3. That's his 4th tonight. He's got 12.
How about Morus?
3 threes and 3 free throws from a 3. That's got...
Kevin Young
12.
made no secret about what he wanted him to do tonight. He told him, he told us.
How about Boop on the block?
Yeah, nice block there. Yeah, he told him, he told us, like, listen, we need him to knock down threes. He's going to get more minutes tonight. Let's see what he can do. And he has answered in a big way.
Right, gets hit again, goes down. Collides with Elias Ralph.
Here's Morus's 4th 3. Man, high arcing, beautiful. Nothing but the net. 3-pointer, and wow.
Second foul on Morus.
We went to a street fight tonight and a basketball game broke out.
Wright still trying to get the cobwebs out of there. He's waiting at the free throw line. Dybantsa's out. And Diamante's back in.
This game reminds me of growing up back home in New York and playing street ball where you're calling your own fouls, but nobody really wants to call one because it makes you look like you're weak. That's how this game's being played tonight.
Morus is 3 for 3 from distance. He's having his best night as a Cougar. And now Wright. BYU 20 of 22. Now 21 of 23.
They've been really good with free throws as of late, especially. Here, the pressure continues.
10 minutes to go. 67 to 40.
And this Pacific team had cut this lead to single digits. Doesn't seem that long ago.
Their wide open threes suddenly just went away. Down on the block. This is Ralph. Kabliskas from the corner. Ralph on the rebound.
Great
back
foul.
up and in.
Ralph doing a lot that time down the floor. He set up the assist, got in position to get the offensive board.
7 points for the 5th year out of Alberta, Canada. Right, high.
Oh,
couldn't go any higher
beautiful.
than that.
My goodness, that was pretty.
16 for Rob Wright. Now the big 3, 16, 19, and 18. That's what they do. A foul away from the ball. Boop battling with Jack for position, and Boop picks up his first.
And they've done a lot with Jack to get him posted up in the second half, get him the ball deep in the post. Big, strong guy at 6'11" and 250.
Saunders is out. Kibakeda is in.
And at first, BYU was just trying to kind of play him one-on-one, and now when he gets the ball down there, they've been coming in double, and they've been digging down from the guard line. They've been bringing the bigs across.
Wright knocked that away, and Cabo will hand it over to him. 9 minutes to go. And in the scrum Timeout called by Pacific. Heads up play by Jaden Clayton. And it comes with 8:46 to get this one back under control. Wainwright backs it up, hands it over to Clayton. Diamande guarding Kabliskas. Shot clock is at 5. And Ralph trying to feed it to Jack. And a shot clock violation. Cougar defense holding their ground.
Doing a really good job of staying in front of the ball. And if you could just stay in front of the ball an extra second or two, it changes your ability to play defense and help defense can get there easier. Really good job by the guards that time.
Morus back to right. Round the corner. Here's Wright for 3.
And that was all about ball movement. The ball went around the horn, inside, back outside, and around the horn again for a wide open look.
19 for Wright. And answering back for 3 is Elias Ralph.
I like how Pacific took the ball out of the net, pushed it up the floor, got it deep in the paint, and kicked it back out.
All
Ralph.
WCC preseason. Elias Ralph now with 10 points, all here in the second half. Boop. Diamande. Right, another 3. Boop, up over Ralph for the rebound. Now it's Keita. Back to right. I think this is third shot down on this end of the floor. Another 3 for Wright.
Effort results in points.
22.
Relentless.
And he knocks the ball out of bounds. Great minutes from Wright, and he's heading to the bench. Timeout, 6:54 to go. 75-45 BYU. Kennard Davis is back in. Mihailo Boskovic in for BYU, along with Boop and Saunders. The lead now 30 as Clayton looks inside to Jack. In the lane, forced up with the left hand and out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Tigers. Spencer.
Guys, when this game got to 9 points and Pacific worked hard to get it back to single digits, BYU head coach Kevin Young said, we aren't playing with enough flow and pace. Then looked specifically at Rob Wright as the guy to generate that flow and pace, and you see what a player like that can do for this BYU team when they are a little bit dysfunctional and kind of stagnant. He's the guy that starts that. Now the question is, who else can do that for BYU if Rob Wright is not on the floor, guys?
One of the many answers they're trying to find out. Is it Kostic? Is it going to be AJ moving to the point when Wright is out?
Let's go, Richard!
You know, it was going to be Dawson Baker and Pickens, and those two out for the season with injuries as Saunders drops a 3 at the top of the key. He's got 22.
Yeah, Wright has 22, Saunders has 22. And how about the fact that they have 5 steals each in this game? 10 steals with your 2 guards? My goodness.
Clayton will shoot a 3. And in the scrum, Boskovic knocks it out. Dybantsa is fouled. And AJ helped up. Rochelin's helped up. And the officials now sorted out. We're heading to the BYU end of the floor. Dybantsa taking the slow walk to the free throw line. Well, we got a pair of 22s already with Saunders and Wright, and AJ not far behind with 18.
Yeah, the big 3 have certainly been the big 3 again tonight.
Bounces around and falls in. AJ, the CBS, United States Basketball Writers Association Freshman of the Week. That announced this afternoon. Also, the Lute Olson Award National Player of the Week for what he did last week. 27 points, Averaged that, 8.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists. Stole the show in New York.
Yeah, he was incredible in that second half. He single-handedly outscored Clemson in the second half. And he's on the verge of a double-double here tonight. Just needs one more rebound.
Quickly down the floor, and Jack gets an easy one. Here comes AJ flying in, and then just lays it in.
He takes that long first step, decides to go up. He goes off the right foot. And what makes him so good, he can use either hand. He can finish either hand. And he can jump off of 1 foot, play off of his right or his left, and he's really explosive off of 2 feet.
21 for Dybantsa. Here's a steal. And the highlight of the night. A double-double for AJ, 23, 10 rebounds. And the fans are eating it up. We were waiting for his signature moment.
Yeah, that was nice.
Turnaround shot is off by Pitt. Boskovic. This is Saunders. Gets it back from Boskovic. Kevin Young calls out the play. Shot clock under 10. Ritchie on the move, and he's held up and fouled by Kabliskas. And let's take another look at the dunk of the night after the steal.
First, use those long arms to get a clean steal, and then a little, how do we describe this one? It's like a little bit of a windmill.
Kind of a windmill.
A little bit of a windmill, but he was looking straight at the rim when he finished.
And it didn't look like he tried really hard.
Yeah. He did. It's just so easy for him.
Saunders at the line. Now the battle is who's going to be the high point man.
You got the big three all in the 20s.
Dybantsa at 23, and now Ritchie has tied him at 23. Rob Wright's got the disadvantage. He's out of the game with 22.
He's like, Coach, I got to get back in, because now these guys are getting ahead of me.
Saunders, solid night, 24 points now.
And BYU keeps pressuring. Kevin Young said that's his heritage. From the time he played when he was a kid. Press 94 feet, cause people problems, force turnovers, get out in transition.
Ubekwe is fouled, and he's going to go to the line. That's where he will be when we come back. 3:56 to go. AJ and company taking over here. Down the stretch. The steal and the shot of the night. And we're back with more after this on ESPN.
And we are going to play tough, and we're going to try to play downhill, and we're going to be physical on defense, and we'll see if BYU can handle it. And handle it they have.
Ubekwe misses the free throw, and he's going to hear about it here because now there's chicken on the line.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A on the line.
It's almost not even fair.
I don't know if I can shoot into that.
Pacific hasn't made a free throw all night. They're just 0 for 3. BYU has scored 24 from the free throw line.
And this is a very physical defense. BYU said, hey, if you're going to be physical, we're going to attack. We're going to play downhill. We're going to get to the line and force you to foul.
Davis in the corner. Morus.
Goodness.
He's found his shot tonight. That's his 4th three. 15 points for Tyler Morus.
4 for 4 from Morus.
Boy, he and Boskovic they're going to love this homestand. Boskovic lit it up with 5 the other night, and Morus, or Kostic, correction, and then Morus coming in and getting 4 here tonight. And a nice move to the hoop for Ralph. And that's a dozen for Elias Ralph. We thought we'd see Kostic tonight continuing what he did back on Saturday, but Kevin Young telling us he's sick and out And so then it was, okay, well, Morus is going to get some extra minutes. And now Morus has come out and done the same thing.
Yeah, and he told us, Kevin Young said, part of the problem for these guys is, he said, I realized I wasn't giving them enough minutes. They were going in for a couple minutes. They'd missed their first three. We'd take them out. And he said, that wasn't really fair. If we really want these guys to shoot, they've got to play enough minutes to get in a rhythm. And so he played Kostic significant minutes the other night, more than 20 minutes. And it paid off. He's played Morus significant minutes tonight. He's gotten into the flow. It's paid off.
They were both brought in here to shoot threes. Xavier Staten into the game for the first time for BYU. Here's Boskovic. Boop drives in and leaves it for Staten. And it's off of Boop and out of bounds. Well, counting the United States, there are 16 countries represented in these two rosters.
This is an international game.
You got 6 from Canada, 2 from Lithuania, Dominican Republic, Israel, Austria, Mali, Senegal, France, Serbia, and the U.S.
And basketball is the great international game. We see it here. We see it displayed every night in college basketball.
Oh, yeah. In the corner, up for 3, and that's a good shot from A.J. Marmaleos, his first shot of the night. And he knocks it down for 3.
A.J., the Lamar transfer. Leading scorer as a junior at Lamar, 14.5 points a game. 20 times. Or he went 20 plus 6 different times last season for Lamar. So he can score it. Here he is. Oh,
blocked by Boop. Out of bounds, and will stay there on the Tigers' end of the floor. And Boop would be a great defensive end.
Yes,
he just comes in and gets involved in everything. 3 blocks for Boop tonight.
And BYU now with 6 blocks in this game to go along with 13 steals.
Cougars started the day at number 6 in the net. And this is far from a quad 1 per se, but they're favored by 19. And if you're favored by 19 and you go out and you win by 30, you move up in the net. You're not penalized for playing a lesser program.
Well, and Pacific, you know, coming into this quad 3, but they could play their way into this could end up a quad 2 game before it's all said and done, if they can take care of business in the league a little bit.
Boop on the drive. Staten.
Oh, nice pass.
Over to Boskovic. The first bucket of the night.
Passed up a good shot for a better shot.
Diamande is coming in, and Davis is going out. It's been a tough night for Davis. Played some good defense, but from the field, just 1 of 10. 0 for 7 shooting threes for a sophomore or a junior averaging just under 10. He'll have better nights.
Yes.
One minute to play here in Provo. Clayton for 3. Staten on the rebound. Well, does Morus have a 5th 3 in him tonight? He's positioned in the corner. Here's Boskovic. Diamande, step back 3. Got it. His first shot of the night. Deep in the corner, Kabuskas, his 4th 3 on the evening.
He has really had a good game shooting the basketball.
14 points.
4 of 5.
It's a season high for Caius as BYU will let the clock tick down, 93 to 57. It feels like we saw 4 different games in this one.
This was, well, BYU got off big and then went into halftime looking like this thing was going to be a blowout. And then Pacific came back with passion to start that second half and went on a run. And then BYU just said, okay, enough of this, and ran away with the game.
24th straight non